Hey Tyler, how you doing?
Great. Doing great.
What were you kind of battling today? I mean, you normally have better control than you had today. Were you trying to be too fine, or how did you see that going?
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, the biggest thing was command. I'm used to having a lot better command than what I had today. Mechanically, there's probably some things in there like I'm pulling off. I really struggled with whatever I was throwing arm side. So, fastballs couldn't get on top of a changeup. Those backdoor sliders that I had going really good in my last outing, it was the one that I did throw for a strike got hit over the right field fence. So. Um, Command is something I usually rely on, and tonight I struggled a little bit with it.
Right. Did Encarnacion hit a slider too?
That was a cutter or an attempt at a cutter. I got him on that his first at bat, and the purpose of it was to go in, get on his hands, and it didn't quite get in there.
When you have an outing like this, and they're rare for you in terms of the command, is it an easy thing to work on? You know exactly what you need to do to get back, or is it something that maybe you got to not go back to square one? You know what I mean? But it's more of a chore to get back to where you were.
Not really. I mean, I have command. I normally do have command. I'm not worried about not ever getting it back. I mean, I'll have it back. It's just a matter of getting to work in my bullpen in these next couple of days and get ready for my next start.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thanks, Chris. Our next question comes from Jason Beck from MLB.com.
Yeah, hey Tyler. We talked going into this about the familiarity with the White Sox. Both you with them and then with you. Yeah, how much do you think that played into it tonight? And did you sense any difference in their approach compared to when they saw you last year?
I couldn't tell any difference between their approach. I mean, it was just like I said, my command was subpar. After that tough first inning, I thought I settled in nicely and sort of realized what I had today. The one thing I could command was fastballs glove side. So I started throwing a lot more of those in those middle innings and had a little bit more success early outs, which was nice after having a 30-pitch first inning.
And, the Jimenez home run in the first inning, did you think that was headed out, or did that one surprise you the way it carried and
No, I didn't think it was going out. It was the first decent backdoor slider I threw all day. Based off of his reaction when he kind of slammed his bat down, I mean, he hit it just well enough to go over the fence. That's baseball.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. If there are any other questions for Tyler, please put those in the chat. All right. That's all the questions we have. Thanks, Tyler.
Hey, Austin. What did you think Tyler was? He's usually got really good command, and what do you think he was battling today? A little bit off in that regard.
Yeah, I think maybe he was battling with that command a little bit. I thought he was handling inside to righties pretty well. We were getting some calls in there, so we were trying to stay in there. But against a team that can swing the bat like them, you got to be able to do some stuff on the other side of the plate. And I think he was trying to fight to get either a backdoor slider or a changeup working over there, and just some mis-executed pitches.
Yeah, the changeup with they had a whole lineup of right-handers. I sort of expected the changeup to be more of a factor, but didn't go to it that much. Was that because he was struggling to get a feel?
I mean, we were trying to get to it. It was a little erratic, high arm side early. It's not a pitch necessarily. When he can go in well, and our game plan was to try and get in and not let them get their hands extended. We just didn't get to the other side of the plate very well. So.
Yeah. Can I ask you about Funkhauser too? We saw him earlier in the year. He was 93, maybe. Today he was almost 98, 97 some. Is that just a function of being rested and haven't thrown in a while, or what did you see how the ball was coming out with him?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a combination of that stuff. I think him and both Bo looked real calm out there. They looked like the second or third time going back out there that kind of slowed down for him. Ball was coming out of his hand real nice. Ripping some good sliders. They both threw the ball well. Funk threw the ball well. It was nice to see him take control of the inning, and a couple shakes out there. Made some good pitches. It was nice to see.
Do you have a lot of history with Gio? Because you were on him pretty good. It seemed like the home run especially.
Yeah, I mean, when they back him up with Keuchel and him, you get two straight days of lefties that are topping at 90. You're able to build a better approach. I think the first day off Keuchel, I was pulling out a little bit more. So I was trying to stay on the ball a little bit more today. I just got lucky and got some pitches in the zone and was able to put a good swing on it.
You tied your brother's season high as a Tiger, so got that going for you.
That's right.
Thanks.
No worries.
Thanks, Chris. Is there any other questions for Austin? Please put those in the chat. Our next question comes from Cody Stavenhagen from The Athletic.
Hey, Austin, just kind of a bigger picture thing real quick. I know it's early. You guys are coming off a loss, but how much are you enjoying just getting to play pretty much every day here? And I know that's a role you kind of fought for in the bigs for a while.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been a long time. I think it took 12 years to get to the point where I could earn some playing time. So, everybody here has been real nice. The team's real good. The guys are awesome. It's fun. It's fun to be able to relax and your name's going to be in the lineup if you do well. And, I try to go out there every day and continue to earn, the playing time that they're trusting me with.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, Cody. If there are any other questions, please put those in the chat. Okay. That's all the questions we have. Austin, thank you for your time.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
This evening.
They got to Tyler for 4 in the first, and you guys weren't able to get to Gonzalez until the 5th. What difference did you see in both starters in the early going?
Well, I don't really normally talk about the other guy's pitcher. I talk about ours. He just didn't have his location today. That's a very aggressive, good hitting team, and you have to make pitches, and he just didn't have it. It just didn't come out of his hand the right way. His breaking ball wasn't as sharp. He threw some good pitches, and when he threw the good pitches, obviously he got good results. But for the most part, he got things up. That's a powerful lineup, and they put a good lineup out against us. And just one of those days. The kid's been throwing great. We've all seen it. Just didn't work out today.
He had said he wanted to start. Did you notice any difference in his approach, thinking he might have had to live up to anything? Having said that,
No, he's just a laid-back guy, and this guy's got a heart of a frickin' bulldog, and he's just one of those guys. He wants to go at him and wants to get him, and he wasn't. I don't think he was overamped. I just think that it just didn't work out today. He just didn't make enough good pitches to a very good hitting team. We said that yesterday, and we held them down, but you're not going to hold those guys down every day. They got good hitters.
And one more thing for you, although it was a 6-run game at the time, those innings, how important are they for Burroughs and Funkhauser, and what are you seeing from them, appearance over appearance, growth-wise?
Well, we just, get them out there, get them in action. Burroughs just got back, and he threw the ball great. And Funky, same thing, threw the ball great. Fulmer got in there against his old team, which we didn't know which way that was going to go. First pitch drilled a guy, and we know he didn't mean that on purpose. So, we had to eat up those last 3 innings, and we got those guys a chance to get out there and get on the mound, and that's nice to see because, ultimately down the road, you're going to have guys like that can help you out and get through some of these games.
Thanks, Ron.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Trevor. Our next question comes from Chris McCoskey of the Detroit News.
Back to Funkhauser for a quick second. He was 93, 94 earlier. He was 97, almost 98 today. Is that just from not having a lot of work and being fresh, or that's a big jump? I feel like.
Well, yeah. The ball was coming out of his hand. He felt good. He's rested. Those guys are chomping at the bit to get out on the mound, and we're trying to find spots. We've played some close games lately where there's not that many opportunities for those guys. So, you know what? He went in there and was flinging it. There's a reason why he was, on this roster. There's a reason why we brought him to this camp, and it's because he does have a good arm. And, he's getting amped up a little bit, and that was good. And Burrow's coming back same way. And the ball was coming out of his hand pretty doggone good. So, yeah, they should be excited.
Just with Alexander, nothing that you saw today would prohibit you from throwing him back out there in 5 days?
No, we just go day by day, and you guys know that. But, no, he's a good pitcher. We've seen him pitch really good ball games out of the bullpen and starting. We've seen it. It just didn't work out today. That just happens. Those guys, think about that lineup they ran out there. A lot of right-handers. He didn't have too many left-handers to go at. So It was a full of a right-handers, and that added to it. And if you don't make a good pitch, some balls rolled through. We're playing the shifts and all those things, but he's accountable. He knows it. I didn't do my job today, and that's good enough for me. He says that, and that's fine. I didn't have it. That's good enough.